All right, so once again, all-nighter TGS Tokyo Game Show 2020. The Capcom show is beginning right now, so here we go. Let's get into this. So Capcom, you know, if you've watched my channel at all or my live streams, you know I'm a big Capcom fan. Resident Evils to Monster Hunters to Devil May Cries to Street Fighters, all the good stuff. Capcom has a lot of franchises I'm interested in, so let's see what they got to show. Let's talk. Oh, jeez. Boom. There we go.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to TGS 2020 Online Capcom Special Program.
Hello. Oh, that's Resident Evil in the background. We know this.
So my name is Taguchi, and I will be your MC for this portion.
MC Tamaguchi.
So,
All right.
sorry, I will be Taguchi, and I will be your MC for this portion.
All right.
During this live stream, we will be welcoming guests from Capcom's development team who are ready to share with us some announcements regarding titles Resident Evil Village and Monster Hunter Rise. Wow, look at all the comments. Cool. So let's start with the first. We'd like to call tonight's guest to the stage. So over here,
very
can you
nice.
Introduce yourselves. Hi, my name is Tsuyoshi Kanda, and I am one of the producers for Resident Evil Village.
Resident Evil 8 Village, whatever.
Watching, thank you for watching tonight. Next up.
Shout out to our viewers in Japan and all over the world.
That was in English, but his name is Peter Fabiano. Wow, look at all the comments. Everybody's really excited to kind of see
course, Resident Evil.
that we're going to unveil tonight.
Resident Evil, man.
So, what should we start with? So, today we'll be talking about Resident Evil series, especially Resident Evil Village.
Is this all the way up? It is.
We want to start
This is
by
very
talking
low
about
volume.
Biohazard Village.
I am
Here's
running
the
off
latest
from
trailer for those who may have missed it.
right. I am running off from pure adrenaline and excitement right now. A little bit tired. Okay, so this is going to be the trailer. Yeah, so this is the trailer with the like Alice in Wonderland kind of looking vibe in it. I've actually done a Let's Talk on this trailer once before. All right. So this is
What the hell?
possibly Blue Umbrella.
Take him away.
Or no. This is, you know what it is. You know what it's gonna be. Chris has been taken over by Wesker, just the same way that Jill Valentine was. Nobody really liked the Jill Valentine thing of her getting taken over, so they're gonna do Chris. This is the remaster, or the reimagining of that storyline. We're gonna see Wesker by the end of this game, I'm telling you. And then Resident Evil 9, technically, is going to be your hunting Wesker. I'm telling you, I know that. I feel it.
Quit being so paranoid.
I feel it.
Long ago, a young girl went with her mother to pick berries for her father, who was hard at work. But the forest greeted them with a dark, cold silence.
This is gonna look so good.
The bush is empty.
The RE engine, it just gets better.
Determined to find the berries, the rascal broke free of Mother's grasp and vanished.
Not to mention, what's awesome about this engine is it's easy to mod.
Mother's worried cries faded.
We can
fast
actually
as
make
the
this
girl
into a
ran on,
third-person
over vine, under branch,
POV game, you know,
and
or a
into
third
the
person,
forest deep.
over a shoulder game. Sorry, POV is first person. I'm a little bit tired. So they're doing some black magic type of stuff. I'm wondering if that spawns, well, what they think spawns a
It's just
werewolf.
local tale.
When really it's Wesker's people making the T-virus, like they're slipping the T-virus into everyone. And it's almost like, or the T-virus is being used, just like in Bloodborne, how they try and use the blood of the aliens. It's not going to be alien blood, but it'll be the T-virus, you know. And it'll be just like, it'd be kind of like the Bloodborne story, but it's a T-virus instead of alien blood.
If it's just looking,
It just, this looks so much like that. It's gonna. We've also seen the merchant and everything. So what you buying? Like it, so good. Yeah.
Wow, that was so scary, right?
I don't know. I might
Looking
actually
at
like
the
Chris as a
comments,
villain.
It seems like everybody is like, wow,
Maybe.
that was really cool.
I never liked Chris before as a character. This might be the first time.
So, thank you. So, including videos, we have a lot more information to show you today. So, we thought we'd start with a summary and some other information.
Protagonist has finally returned to living an
To start
ordinary
with,
life
this
with his
game's
family.
story takes
However,
place
right.
several years after Resident Evil 7.
2021, so it's definitely coming
Just
next
like
year.
RE7, players assume the role of Ethan Winters, who's now living peacefully with his wife Mia.
I've heard some people say it might be coming this year.
So that peace that he is living with his wife is shockingly shattered by Chris Redfield, who helped Ethan in the previous game. So after watching the trailer, I'm sure players are left wondering what Chris's motives could be and how this changes the dynamic between the characters from RE7. We can't disclose any secrets today, but we'll continue to provide more information
I'm telling
in the
you,
future.
it's a brainwashing thing of.
So in terms of the setting, as the title implies, this game takes place in a desolate, snowy village where all sorts of drama unfolds. So interesting thing about this game is the village plays a central role, so much so that it can be considered another main character. And here we get a look at some of the creatures that have taken root in the village.
It looks so cool. So
As seen
detailed
in the
too.
trailer,
Nice.
they move fast, they're very violent, and they sometimes hunt in packs. They'll become even tougher when they're organized and coordinating
Werewolf
their
mentality.
offensives. But even in this creature-infested village, there are various residents that the players can expect to encounter along the way. So what sort of story is going to be waiting for you with all these interesting characters in the village? So we'll have more details about this as well. But,
So it's kind of like Evelyn, how she took over the
look
Baker
at this,
family.
the pictures that we have and kind of come up with their
Somebody,
own
Wesker,
ideals.
is taking over the village.
So everything looks really cool, right? Like,
I hope it's Wesker.
just seeing it.
It's
brings up
time
all
for
these
Wesker
kind of
to come back.
interesting, makes me imagine all the cool things that are going to be happening in this game.
That's why I keep
So
pushing
is
for
there anything else you
Wesker.
can show us tonight?
Like,
So,
imagine how
yeah,
cool they
we
could do him. He's gonna look
have
different, but
something that we haven't shown anybody yet.
Wesker will be different.
We have an interview with Pete and with the director Sato and with the art director Takano. So please take a look.
Beautiful,
So
terrifying.
so a very beautiful but scary.
Winter comes for Ethan.
For Resident Evil 7, we initially thought of Ethan as a character who would just act as a camera for the player, a sort of blank slate for the cam to project themselves onto.
And it backfired on them.
But from a story perspective, we realized it would be better to make Ethan Winters a character onto himself. And, you know, like, we really ended up liking who Ethan became, and we wanted to know what happened to him after Resident Evil 7.
Nothing
what
much
sort of
became
life
of
he
him
would
though.
lead.
That was the
So
problem.
we
That
started
was my
thinking
biggest
that-
problem with RE7.
For the next stage, the protagonist really couldn't be anybody else but Ethan, and we figured this all out at a pretty early stage.
So there's no real
We wanted
reason
make
to have
sure
Ethan
Village was
there.
just as terrifying as Resident Evil 7, maybe even scarier. But, you know, something you'll probably notice that's different from that game is that we changed the lighting a lot from what you saw in Resident Evil 7. You probably noticed that if you watched the PV.
Yeah.
And, you know, we think we really hit a good distance and made a terrifying and beautiful
Elements from
village.
that title and really grew them in scale for Resident Evil Village. Not only did we up the graphics and elements of survival horror, but we focused on making the world and the atmosphere all around it feel both beautiful yet terrifying.
Right.
So when we were making Resident Evil 7, we thought, you know, is this still scary?
God, it's been so
Decided that
long.
in terms of game design,
I forgot
go
just
back over
exactly what the mode would look
everything
like.
that we did, and you can keep this in mind. we'd go back and we'd kind of reverse all the we'd rethink all the logic we
What you
used in
buy?
previous games
The witches.
and try to make
Oh,
a
the
really
witches.
terrifying game. So compared to RE7, Village is a bit more catchy, a bit more easy to pull yourself into. That's one of the primary concepts we kept in mind when creating the game. Now, in terms of visual beauty and the weight we gave to it, I really left it all entirely in the capable hands of art director Takano. As Village's director, I tried to think about the feel of the game. Like, what are the emotional moments? Where's the terror? Where's
Okay,
the
good.
beauty? Where's the cruelty?
Good.
Where are all these feelings? And thinking about all that sort of stuff is my main job, what I consider my main job when I start this game. Now, when we think of the word village, it evokes a sense of closeness, of like a small, tiny place. But when you look at what you've built Village to be, it's sort of a colossal distance. It's got like
That's good. So let the people that specialize in working on certain things, let them do their job and work on that thing. That's good.
We did our best to make the mountains around the village look as fantastic as possible, to really give it a wide open vibe. We wanted players to walk through the
Boy, imagine this in VR. It might happen. It might happen.
Wow, this is so cool and everything.
There's a solid chance this might have a PSVR
update.
And the mansion. All right. This is the mansion up on the hillside that we keep seeing on top of the village. This is where the witches live and everything.
So you have a lot more freedom than in RE7. We want players.
This looks like a normal Resident Evil than a little bit less of the horror.
We want everyone to think of Resident Evil Village as a horror movie that you can play.
Yeah, I think regular is the wrong word.
You want to take your time to fully explore the detailed environments and the fully designed set pieces.
This looks like a little more like the classic Resident Evil.
I guess is to scan yourself and put yourself in the game.
Where did you find this guy? Give me a break, Pete.
Unfucking believable. He has one of the most iconic lines ever.
But the forest greeted them with a dark, cold silence. The bushes empty. And into the forest deep.
What is it with that creepy story?
It's just a local tale.
まあ、絵本を使った理由はですね、すごくいろんなバラエティに富んだ作品になる
storybook in Village because we had a huge variety of things that we included in the game. We realized later that it would be hard to summarize all that, and players might get confused and think, what's this all about? That would be, not ideal. So we came up with this one storybook that would
if it's done right, it could be though, because that's the deep dive of the lore. If you really want the whole lore, you have to dive a little bit deeper in everything.
Fully realized and come together once you make it through the entire game.
Okay. Once you have the perspective of it, then everything changes in the whole storyline.
Village to me is.
僕はやっぱりそうですね、イーさんっていう一人の人間の
this kind of story of Ethan, this one guy.
イーさんっていうそのキャラクターの一つの、イーさんのすべてを描き切る作品だと思ってます。
So probably the entirety of who he is just kind of brought into one single game.
っていうのを最後まで見届けたいと。
They're really trying to
Ethan
sell
Winters
Ethan
that
with
we
this.
created in Resident Evil 7. I wanted to see where his story ended up. And I think that's kind of one of the main centerpieces of Resident Evil Village.
I really didn't care for Ethan that much. Kind of the same way with Chris. Like, I've never cared about Chris over the whole series either, so this is going to be an interesting one for me. I don't know if I'm going to click with this one as much, but with really the way the enemies look and everything, and
really nice
fast-packed mentality of werewolf enemies and then witches that do a thing. I don't know if I want to spoil it or anything, but
if you watch the video we just showed,
there's a 2 stages of the witches that happens, and it's like
make with Resident Evil.
There's some cool tech in this.
We're hard at work on Resident Evil Village, so and we're doing everything we can to deliver an amazing game. So stay tuned for more information. So we do have one more thing to report. while Resident Evil Village is being developed specifically for next generation consoles and PC, we're looking into delivering the experience on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One as well.
Oh, really?
We're looking into it, but we can't make any promises.
Okay. Just forget the PS4 and Xbox One. Just do it for next
However,
gen.
We will do our best in creating a top-tier survival horror experience on current generation consoles. Hopefully, we'll be able to share some more good information.
You should just Capcom
really
should
exciting,
really
right?
just focus on next gen
So
at this
keep
point.
tuned for more information on this front.
Like I would rather this game
So that
have
is
to
going
wait
be it
like
for
4 to
information
5
on
more months
Biohazard
for Village to
but I
come
hear we have
out
some more
and
information
have
to
it be
share with everybody
top
from
notch
something
on
else.
next gen.
Yes.
25th anniversary.
We have the 25th anniversary of the first Resident Evil coming next year on March 22nd, 2021. So we're here to kick things off with this year. So we've created 2 mascots for this anniversary, like a cute one and a really cool one. And
I like the shield
this one's
symbol.
like super cute, right? So the one on the right is Raccoon Coon, or Raccoon. He is
The Raccoon Coon, oh god.
the mascot of Raccoon City. Now we have one more thing to show you,
What
and
the-
that's this right here.
What the hell?
Wow, look at it. That's like all the characters. So many characters I remember from the Resident Evil
Yeah,
series.
Baker's, Leon, Claire, Chris up there.
Man, it's
Old-
been forever since
RE7
this came out.
Chris?
25 years is a long time, right? Like,
Ada?
back then I was still a student when it came out.
Jill,
and,
Hunk?
like, Nike Air Maxes and stuff were out. Beavers and whatnot. So, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank each one of you. The reason why we're able to continue this series is because of all of you, of our fans. And I hope you enjoyed what we showed you today. And we have plenty more information to share with you soon. So please look forward to it.
Just want more.
So that's all the news from the 2 of us today.
It's going to be a few months before we get a demo or anything. Like we are
So everybody was really surprised to see
we
that
are
character in the
months
middle of
away
that
from this
big-
dropping.
And that big, large picture they had a second ago. So next year should be an excited one. And do you have one final message before you guys?
I feel like
go
we got
and
like
head off?
6
So let's start with
6
you,
months before this thing
Takano-san.
is out.
Or so Kanda-san, sorry. So we can only give you a little bit of information about this game right now, but we want you to know that the entire staff is for Resident Evil Village is doing our best to create the best survival horror Resident Evil game for you guys to play. So we'll do our best to keep making it a sort of Resident Evil that is what everybody wants and is the sort of thing that everybody can have a lot of fun with. So please stay tuned for more information.
Thanks everyone for watching. We
So
hope
next
you'll
up is
stay tuned
Pete.
for more. 本日ありがとうございました。
世界待望のバイオハザードビレッジはですね、25周年の続報を皆さんお楽しみにいただければと思います。
So we hope you look forward to more information about Resident Evil Village and the 25th year anniversary of Resident Evil.
25 years.
So that was all the information we have for you about Resident Evil today, but we hope you enjoyed it. Did everybody have fun?
Yeah,
That, Papa, the character, was in the center of that big picture everywhere. I was really surprised to see him there.
Jack Baker.
So next, we have some information for you on Monster Hunter.
Okay.
So stay tuned.
So definitely we're not getting any
years,
demo
wow.
for Resident Evil Village anytime soon. That game is
it looks
definitely
like all
coming out
preparations
next
are
year,
ready, so
and it's
now we're going to
probably
move
like a
on
solid
to
6 months
talk
out.
about,
But it has been in development for a long
Monster
time, so maybe it's
Hunter
not
Rise
that
and Monster
far
Hunter
out. Maybe it's only like
Stories
4
2,
months.
which were announced just last week.
It's definitely not nowhere near launch though.
So here to tell you about them are Monster Hunter Rise.
So we're gonna
featuring
have
Tsujima
a
Yozo
dry
and
spell. So
the director
I think
Ichino
DMC
Yasutani.
5 is going to be the
So
mid
could you
the mid
introduce yourselves?
Capcom title to come
I'm the
out, and
producer,
then that's going to hold
Tsujimoto.
hopefully hold everybody over to
And I am
Resident
the
Evil
director, Ichino
Village.
Sei.
Hell, if this came out only on the Switch, I'd get it on the Switch, and I'd actually be using my Switch a lot more. I wouldn't even have a problem with them putting this only on the Switch. I still need to finish up Monster Hunter World stuff. CAPCOM presentado. That's like the default Japanese voice everybody does. CAPCOM. It's always this low, just very strict voice. And then when you actually hear something from Japan, they're like, CAPCOM presents! Okay. Very, very low bitrate. Like, holy shit, everything is pixelated. Damn. This is so pixelated. Is the actual trailer that they upload this like as pixelated as this? I wonder if this is just like somebody's rendering rig is not up to date. It does look pretty good though. I wonder how much multiplayer is going to be in this. I mean, I played Monster Hunter solo for the most part, but I was doing some co-op. Ah. That was the #1 thing I liked about Monster Hunter. There's no spiders. I think they gotta show a giant spider, you shitheads. This is like pissed off Pokemon is a game. Pokemon? Pokemon the game? I don't know. Monster Hunter Rise, though. Slated for next year. Mostly early next year. Some pre-order bonuses. So I guess this is just a Switch title. Yeah, I'll definitely check it out on the Switch. Amiibos. I don't even know how amiibos work.
That part in the end was like, wow, this is super Japanese, right?
Yeah.
I guess we're gonna be able to expect a lot of fun elements like that in the next game.
I mean, Monster Hunter World is kind of that way also.
It's the biggest game in the Monster Hunter series. Could you tell us what it's about?
It's the biggest game on the Switch.
So our main focus on Monster Hunter Rise is making use of the portability of the Nintendo Switch, which allows you to pick up and play the game at any time. This game's about being able to play wherever you want, whenever you want, with anyone you want. So, as we also explained during the announcement footage the other day, the Rise in the title refers to the freedom of movement the player has, which allows you to jump and climb around the environments as much as you want. We wanted to instill the title with kind of a sense of excitement to
it almost reminds me of like Bayonetta in a way. How she can like run up walls and fly off from stuff and double jump and fly and this and that.
Players really enjoy that sort of stuff.
That grapple hook.
So here's going to be a video showing the wire bug. So this is some more.
Everybody's gonna be like, "This is Sekiro."
Wire bug.
I think it's Sekiro meets Bayonetta.
To traverse the environment. So. This lets you do all sorts of really interesting things, like scaling steep cliffs and to reach high places.
You can literally go anywhere.
It also can be combined with your weapon for a variety of spectacular attacks, creating a completely fresh hunting
This is the total ass opposite of what Monster Hunter World was. Monster Hunter World, you couldn't even jump. You could like dodge out of the way, but you couldn't actually jump. No, you couldn't actually jump. You could
and to bring kind of an exciting
automatically hop, up ledges and everything. But there was, see, like you could pogo stick and all that stuff, but you could not like actually jump. Now you can literally scale up the side of the walls and everything. Gladiator Power Ranger.
So the wire bug lets you.
I was just watching PSO2 before this. I still think Monster Hunter looks better in PSO2. Like just not visually, but like gameplay wise.
People are excited to see more information.
I still feel like I'd have a better time on PSO2 overall, or on Monster Hunter overall. Damn. Come on, brain, wake up.
So we are talking a little bit about the. There's a new area in the game as well, sort of a central kind of place.
So it's a new game.
So after your quest, you'll head back over there.
The Shrine Ruins.
So we're going to talk about in the trailer we showed off a new locale called the Shrine Ruins.
Can we like
We'll
fix
be able to
this
show you
place
some
up?
more
or-
live gameplay of this area during Capcom TGS Live 2020 on September 2020, if that's tomorrow. We're gonna have some actually gameplay footage. We're gonna be playing it.
That's
on
right. They have
Super
another
4K,
Capcom
so,
thing tomorrow. Oh,
to this game. Next, we'd like you to tell us a little bit more about the new buddy, the canine. So you can watch this, see it in this new video.
doggos! Yay!
So this is a new type of buddy called
like
the
it.
canine.
Yeah.
They
Is that riding
actively
the lizard
coordinate
around?
attacks with the player.
Little tail
You can even ride
flopping.
on their backs
Yeah.
to move around and do all sorts of other. So they're very invaluable allies in combat.
Ah, that's so cool. I like it.
So while riding a canine, your hunter's stamina doesn't really decrease. So
So
you're able to run across
you can
each
just
area
keep
to your
going.
heart's
Nice.
content. It gives you a lot more mobility.
Cool. It just lets you
So
get from area to
while you're
area
riding
very
the
quickly. That's
canine
good.
Also, you can use some items and perform some items like you can recover your health.
Heal?
things
Yeah.
like that.
Okay, cool. I like it.
So Monster Hunter is a multiplayer game, but in single player,
This is bugging me.
you're able
1080.
to bring up to
And I
two
can't do
buddies
anything about
along
it.
on your quests. Kind of any combination that you want.
It's like it's pixelated and stuff.
Uh,
It's YouTube.
so you can like have a canine and one other thing as well. So and they can be two of the same type as well. So it can be two canines. It can be a canine and like a palinite or something like that.
What? Wait, so we can just totally leave
So
the.
if you like dogs, you can definitely go with the dog version. If you like cats, you can go with the cat version.
What?
So in single player, you can bring two with you, but in multiplayer, each hunter only gets to bring one buddy with them.
Yeah. Kind of figure.
So you can kind of like. pick
No
the one
shit.
that,
So we can
really fits
actually,
you.
instead of having a cat chasing us around as a palico,
So
we can have a doggo.
I'm really excited to see
Hell
how
yes.
these buddies will kind of affect the gameplay.
I like this game already.
But now, of course, we can't talk about Monster Hunter without mentioning the monsters. Do you have any?
Like the monster that's behind them right
you
there
have any
looks
monsters
very
to
like
tell us about
traditional
them?
Japanese style of a monster. Like this thing
So
looks
Monster Hunter Rise has
looks almost like a
lots of new
yokai
monsters.
without all the
So
mystical
in the trailer, we showed
stuff
off a
going
few
on.
of them, including the new flagship monster
Magnamalo?
Magnamalo, which you'll see here.
The armor could look really cool off
So-
of this purple. That tail is going to be a pain in the ass.
So we can't give you all the information about Magnamalo yet.
The tail's going to make you go flying across the screen.
Let me just show you this picture. It's still a long way into the release, so
Is it sad that I'm just imagine this thing with the tail chopped off, the horns
So we'll
chopped
give you more
off?
information as we go.
I'm
but
so
for right
evil.
now, we'd like you all to know that it's a fearsome, fanged with Vern, with a strong air of menace. About
Wyvern?
it. It's really
Okay. What?
Scary.
It can
It's got some very
fly?
unique modes of movement.
What the
so,
fuck? It can
sorry, you're
fly.
gonna have to wait for more information about that, but we hope everybody will look
And then the
forward to finding
pigeon
out more about
turkey.
this really cool monster. Next up,
Look at that pigeon turkey.
we have Aknosum, a kind of very kind of peculiar looking bird wyvern
Yeah, it's a turkey.
that looks kind of
That-
like a parasol. Whoa. It's fiercely territorial, however, and once it detects any intruders, it spreads its wings, trying to intimidate its prey by expanding kind of a crest within.
Okay.
It has an
okay.
eyeball-like pattern on it.
And then gotcha. Japan.
So next up,
What the? That looks like a dinosaur.
so this one
Izuchi?
is called the Great Izuchi,
The Great Miyazaki.
a bird
Izuchi.
wyvern that kind of
Izuchi?
attacks with its tail,
Izuchi.
which has evolved into a very unique
What the fuck?
shape, this sort of scythe-like shape. So
It,
the
it,
Great
it looks like
Izuchi
the
forms
little
paths
bastard
with,
from
others like it
Jurassic
with
Park.
other smaller Izuchi,
And
it
oh
tends
god,
to
it's first
control
thing.
its territory with some.
It's
elite
too early for
members of
this.
its
I
pack
can't think of the
by its
names
side.
of them.
So
Shit.
once they spot
The
prey,
raptors.
they'll
There we go.
attack in unison.
It looks like a raptor dog.
So you have
A
to kinda stay
doggo
on your
raptor.
toes and
A
be aware
mean
of
looking ass. No,
the
it's a
entire
fox
pack when they're coming to
raptor.
attack you.
Ah!
Next, we have this very unique
Somebody's
monster
mom.
called
No.
Tetranodon. He's an amphibious monster.
Oh no.
He's a bit of a hefty chunk.
Sorry. That
He's
was
extremely gluttonous.
that was
and
extremely
it'll swallow
mean.
anything that moves, including the ground that it's standing on.
okay. So the Gyros
So once it's done
and
eating,
it's a
its stomach will
fat
swell and
froggy
kinda get
thingy.
slower, but then its attacks
Cool.
will also be
It's a frog with a
heavier
toupee.
and more destructive.
Look at that. It's got a toupee. Look, there's a hair piece up there. This is Monster Hunter.
So we have definitely several more monsters to talk about.
I don't think you could break anything off
And
from
we
that,
also have a
could
lot
you?
of
You break the
monsters
toupee
that
off.
you know and love from the Monster Hunter series.
You bash upside the head, you just see a toupee go whoop.
And they will all be in Monster Hunter Rise, but we can't talk about them
I
just
got
now,
crumbs.
so please keep
Hold
an
on.
eye out for
Oh
more
wait, no,
information.
I got crumbs. I gotta mute my mic.
So we talked a little bit about the new base that you start off in Monster Hunter Rise. Can you tell us a little bit more about that? So the base of your new hunting life is called Kamura Village, which is
Camera Village. Okay.
very Japanese looking.
Very Japanese,
Village,
traditional Japanese. Looks cool.
It's got all the.
This is gonna be a
conveniences
very
you need,
traditional
like a
Japanese looking
smithy,
game
facilities
overall.
and
I think. I mean,
other
it is
very
coming out on the
interesting buildings to
Switch.
explore.
You don't get any more Japanese than a Switch. That's a Nintendo product.
There's also a lot of colorful characters in this village who will be supporting.
Weird this
the
is only coming out on
hunters,
the Switch though.
as they
Like after
explore
they
this
had
world.
such a big run on every single
So
console.
the trailer also made something called the Rampage.
I wonder if it's a year exclusive
It's really
for the
important
Switch.
to the story, so we can't quite reveal anything about that just yet. But this is a completely new gameplay element that we're working on, so please look forward
The
to more
Rampage?
information in
So
the
you go,
future.
"Roar," and then you just start going berserker mode, basically. That's kind of like what the dual blades already
So we've
have.
talked a lot, and we should do this
And-
as well. But that's about all we can talk about today, though we do
Okay.
have a slightly different trailer that we've made just for this occasion. Oh, sorry, you showed us a slightly different trailer just for this occasion, so could you tell us a little bit more about the new scenes you added?
Barrel bomb to the face. Wow, so you can grab a barrel bomb,
So,
zip yourself
firstly,
up, and then
we
just
showed off-
dunk on.
We showed off some new actions for the lance,
Pigeon birdie.
the hammer, the lightning
Haha.
gun, and the longsword.
So
And
it's
we
a
also
it's a
showed some
turtle
cool
frog.
actions that
That's what it
use
is.
wire
Whoa. Audio. Jeez. That little itty shield.
There are also some really interesting new aerial attacks using large barrel bombs. So,
So wait a second. Spyro's gonna go from
So we also have new
Spyro is my
actions and
palico
new
in
abilities
Monster Hunter.
for
Spyro's
the
gonna go from a cat to a
palicos
dog.
and, a
Maybe
guardian parasol,
maybe
I
I'm
think,
gonna
for
have to turn
a
Spyro
canine.
into Crash.
There was even a glimpse
Oh,
of
no.
a small monster with a very unique kind of face that you'll run into the shrine ruins.
Just have like a kooky looking,
like a tiny
crazy ass
raccoon
orange and
They
blue
also showed kind of
doggo
like a
just running
bug-like
around.
monster as well. But we'll tell
That'd
you
be
more
great.
about those.
That'd be great. I
at a
love
later
it. I
date.
need another drink. I need another drink. What? Demo.
Some live gameplay at Capcom TGS Live 2020 on September 26th.
I see demo.
At 5 a.m. Pacific Standard
Debuting
Time.
first ever demo
we
play.
hope you
Oh,
tune
demo
in
play.
Again tomorrow. I think we have just some of that information on the screen.
Okay, so demo play tomorrow for both Resident Evil
So now we
and
know a little
Monster
bit more
Hunter.
about
So
the
this
game
is
itself.
literally
Can
just
you tell us
just
what
a
we should
teaser
expect
to
at
get
launch?
everybody like, come on over and check
Well,
out the
first off,
Capcom thing.
Monster Hunter Rise's release date will be Friday, March 26th, 2021. It will be released simultaneously worldwide. We will, of course, have both a physical version and a digital version, so you can pick whichever you
Wow,
want.
it is just on the Switch. Huh.
We also have a version of Monster Hunter Rise
Weird.
called Deluxe Edition that has a bundle of recommended DLC,
course.
including the Kamurai layered armor set.
What?
For more
You're
information
supposed to hunt it.
about this, please
That's
visit our
a cheat
official
code.
website.
That's a cheat
Are there any
code.
bonus
Ooh.
things that we can accept? A pre-order bonus that we can
A
think of?
Nintendo Doggo. Malamute Retriever. That's
So-
cool.
Pecan
Pa-
how cute those
Palamute.
guys are. So we don't have that many of these. Supply will be limited.
Hold up. Can I get a
But all
husky
versions will
dog?
include,
Can I turn my dog into a husky in this?
a
Holy
Palamute
shit.
and a Pelicu,
Yes.
and some special layered armor.
I like this.
So your Palamute will get a retriever costume layered armor.
The other
and your
thing is,
Palamute
I'm
will get
wondering
a
just
forest
how
cat layout.
grindy this is going to be
And
too.
God,
Hopefully we'll
look
see
how
that tomorrow.
delightfully cute
Just
that is.
how much are you going to have to grind each of these monsters to end up getting... Oh,
So
look at the
we
dog.
also have 3 Monster
So
Hunter
the
Rise amiibos that will be
Palamute
released on
is
this
what they're calling the dog. So you got
same
Pal
as the game.
Palico
Magmamala,
and a
Palamute, and a
Palamute. All
Palico.
right.
These amiibo
I
unlock
want a
special
Malamute
layered armors in the game, so
Palamute.
we hope you check them out.
And maybe color a Malamute Palamute orange and call him Crash
And last but
Bandicoot.
not least,
Japan.
we did mention Monster Hunter Stories 2 the other week as well. So we have some
I'm liking this.
crossover content
I'm
for
liking
that
this.
as well. So look forward to more information on that at a later date.
I'm kind of tired right now, but I'm liking this.
So pre-orders for the digital version have already
Trying.
gone live.
What? Pre-orders have gone live.
And pre-orders for the physical version started today, September
Wow.
25th. So please consider pre-ordering. We'd very much appreciate it. So everything we talked about today will be put up on the official website as well. So please don't
Maybe
forget to check
maybe
that
I'll
for
have some
information.
streams of
So I
Monster
think that
Hunter
about finishes
Rise.
Everything for today. Monster
Switch
Hunter Rise
game.
comes out
I was
March
not
26,
expecting that.
2021. Are there any final words you have for our viewers about this game?
There's some stuff in there that I would really love to see
So-
on Monster Hunter World.
Since Monster Hunter Rise was announced the other day, we've received a lot of positive fan feedback, which
Yeah.
has made us really happy. Thank you very much. So we are currently working hard on completing this completely new hunting experience. So a huge sale line of Capcom titles are now up
Yeah,
to
I gotta
86%
pick up RE3 on the
Several
PC,
Resident Evil titles,
and we'll play
including
through
Resident Evil
that
3,
and Resident Evil 7,
and others are currently on sale.
all
For players
modded
that haven't
out and
played Resident
everything.
Evil 7 yet, now is the chance
gonna
to
happen.
play before Resident Evil 7
Yeah.
Village arrives. Also, Monster
RE3 and
Hunter
RE7 mod
Generations
has to
Ultimate
happen.
on Nintendo Switch is now on sale. How about picking up to play with friends while looking forward to the arrival of Monster Hunter Rise?
Street Fighter
We also have
5.
other
I gotta
really
get back
fun
into Street Fighter
old
5.
Titles as well, such as Okami from our
I
older,
gotta do the damn
from our
thing
older
of
past
that.
titles. So please keep an eye out
Devil May
for more
Cry 5
information
Special
about that.
Edition. I can't wait for that one
Now
also.
next up, we have some information
DMC.
on the Capcom TGS Live 22 live stream. It starts at 9 p.m. From 12 p.m. for just 2 days on September 26th and September 27th. You can tune in for additional info on the 3 titles to feature today, along with the Devil May Cry Special Edition and announcers Street Fighter 5 Champion Edition. Now, lastly,
Twitch.
we have, after the end of the stream today, we have the Street Fighter League Pro JP 2020 tournament first leg, which will be starting on Esports X at 11 p.m. Japan Standard Time today. Topped up with international top players such as the legendary player Umehara and the Todai graduate Tokido. The strongest players will gather to form a dream team they're set on joining the league. Don't miss all of this really awesome stuff. Wow, that was such a really
That photo
packed
shoot.
broadcast we had today. We hope everybody really enjoyed it. And
All respect to their skills and everything, but those photos
that brings
made
an
them
end
look
to
like
our
a boy
program
band.
tonight. For
They
everybody
could
watching
whip my
today, thank you
ass in
very
Street
much.
Fighter.
Goodbye, and we hope to see you again tomorrow.
I'm not afraid to say that, but they definitely look like a boy band when they did that photo shoot. Single game without a series or anything is GTA. I think still I'd have to look at the numbers of hours and everything. It's either GTA 5 or Monster Hunter World has been my most played game ever for like a single game without like series and everything. Although I did play a lot of Mass Effect 1 back in the day and 2. Multiple times, many hours into those games. But recently, anyways, I can absolutely say that has been Monster Hunter World and GTA 5. And Monster Hunter World might end up taking it for the recent years, or at least this generation of consoles. So, yeah, Monster Hunter Rise being exclusively on the Switch, very, very kind of strange, but also at the same time very interesting that that's happening. Resident Evil, of course. I'm going to definitely be trying to get into Resident Evil 3. Resident Evil 3 right now is on sale on the PC, so I should be able to pick that up very soon and start doing. I'm gonna mod it using the same method that I modded Resident Evil 2 and played through that on stream. Finally gonna get around now that there's a good chunk of mods and everything, and the game is on sale because I'm not a big fan of Resistance. It was fun for a minute, and then I just kind of was like, I don't really care after that. But definitely the mods. Wow. I've seen some crazy mods. And Resident Evil 7 has like a third person over the shoulder mod that doesn't, it's not the greatest thing ever, but I definitely want to check it out because I've always said like Resident Evil should just be third person over the shoulder. After Resident Evil Village, I think RE9 is going to go back to over the shoulder. They kind of already hinted that they just tried it to see how it'd work, and they wanted to finish out Ethan's story, as you've seen in this live stream here. And then up next, they're going to go back to the roots of it, of being, you know, over the shoulder style, like RE2 and 3 remakes were. And I mean, Resident Evil Village is going to do well. We all know this. I think people are more hyped for the third person RE2, RE3 remake style of a game. I know like everybody considers RE2 remake to be an absolute masterpiece of horror games. RE3 is a really, really cool action game. I know a lot of people were pissed off about it being so short, but it's Resident Evil 3. And people that were complaining that, oh, there's stuff missing and everything. Well, not really, because it's all in there. For the most part, it's all in there. Other than the stuff that was like filler in the original game that they didn't need to add in there. Resident Evil 3 Remake's story mode was, I feel, it was exactly what it should have been. And also, it was almost like a teaser of like what Monster Hunter would be on the RE engine, the way that they utilize Nemesis in different forms and everything. It was awesome to me. And being able to check that out with mods happening, I can't wait for it. I should have gotten it on the PC to begin with, so I could have been modding it this whole time. But that's probably the last Resident Evil I'll be getting on the consoles, just so I can have that mod support, because Capcom community, great with mods. There are a lot of very talented people. So, yeah, that's going to be two major playthroughs: RE3 remake and RE7 on PC modded as much as I can possibly mod. There's not a whole lot of mods for RE7 though, because I don't think a lot of people liked RE7. They're the ones that do like it. They're very vocal that they like it, and then mostly you just hear like, I didn't really care for Ethan. Like, the game was cool, but I didn't really connect with the character. Like, that's the thing. Leon Kennedy, a lot of people connect with Leon Kennedy because as Leon is scared, you are scared also. You're like, what is going to come around around the corner and everything. And as you both go through the story, you start to feel, you're feeding off from one another. Leon starts to gain more momentum in how he takes on the zombies and everything, and you are also like figuring out the weak spots, and you're figuring out how to do crowd control with them and everything. So and I'm going on this like giant thing about Resident Evil games, but yeah, that's gonna be it's gonna be very interesting to see the next Capcom event. I can't wait to see it. So yeah, YouTube thing. If you liked the video at all, hit that thumbs up, the share button, and definitely subscribe to the channel for more videos. They'll be coming very soon, especially with this next Capcom press conference thing that they got going on for Tokyo Game Show, or the next 2 days. So that's gonna be at least 2 more Let's Talks right there. Hit the bell too. That's gonna help you know when I post up stuff. And outside of that, again, share, subscribe. That absolutely helps the channel out. More views and more subs helps get the a custom URL, so I can actually promote the channel easier. But it just helps out everything. So I may be doing like one more live stream here on YouTube, and then I'm going to be probably returning back to Twitch. As I said in the video, it was just a month tryout on Twitch live stream, but I will be back on YouTube live streaming. Sorry, brain not working. It's very late in my head. It's very early in the morning, but it's very late in my brain. But I tried a month on YouTube gaming, live streaming on YouTube. It's not bad. I think Twitch is still better overall quality wise. So I am definitely going to be returning back to Twitch. I'm going to probably do like 1 or 2 more live streams over on YouTube and then back over. So, yeah, with all that being said, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for stopping by. And as always, once again, I will see ya next time. You watched the last video? I think I pointed down here. I got the camera this time. I pointed right at you. Right there. Yeah.